Okay, hello everyone. This is a video for showing you a quick hack that I made this afternoon in a couple of hours actually, and was kind of inspired by a blog post from my friend Keith Townsend about the challenges that monitoring a container-based infrastructure pose, and to which I do very much agree. It is challenging, but nonetheless, I try to figure out how to extend the behavior of a standard traditional monitoring architecture, in my case based on CheckMK and the underlying Nagios engine. And again, to extend it to cope with the dynamics, the basic dynamics of a container-based environment, and specifically to the short-lived starting and stopping containers. So the basic architecture, so to speak, of this hack is a wrapper that attaches to the Docker API and manages the events that the Docker daemon spits out throughout its API. And basically, I intercept the creation and the destruction of containers and make these events reflect into the configuration of CheckMK by using its web API. So as soon as a container starts, I create a new object inside the CheckMK service, and I instruct the CheckMK daemon to go out and figure out how to monitor the thing and do some kind of inventory. And upon the destruction of the container, I get rid of the configuration so that you don't have false alarms regarding the inexistence or unreachability of that specific container. So to give the we start with this Docker host, which doesn't have anything running here, and I just start by running a new Nginx container, which basically starts up and does nothing. But this event is gathered from my wrapper, so to speak, and in a few seconds we should be able to see here that the number of hosts, okay, start growing, and we see this Jolly Lumiere container that resemble the actual instance of this image, actually a container here in this Docker host. So as I told you, the discovery service is embedded within CheckMK, and I've instructed through the web API to do the actual inventory of the configuration items that it might monitor throughout this agent, so that I injected the agent inside my base image that I modified with a simple Docker file. And in this way, I'm able to inspect the contents of the container just by attaching to it through an SSH channel open through the Docker daemon. So to simplify things, I only used one VM with a specific Docker daemon, but eventually you'll be able to extend this hack to Swarm clusters and the like, and use, for example, tags to let the monitoring infrastructure figure out which Docker host is running which container and act upon this. So as I told you, the same things goes if I start other containers. I can go on as much as I want. And again, in a few seconds, I should be able to see these containers show up here in the monitoring infrastructure and start being monitored by CheckMK itself. So we see that they're starting to appear, and in a few seconds, they will get their checks done throughout the agent itself. As I told you, the reverse is true as well. So if I start killing a container randomly, this will show up in a few seconds, and the hack, the wrapper, will take care. Actually, it already took care of that and modified the CheckMK configuration so that it can get rid of these specific containers. So that I can do the same thing with running here, and I'll kill each and every container is running there so that I can get to the starting point in a few seconds with only the be monitored. This should be extended, in my opinion, to gather some much more information from the Docker host itself about the state of the Docker daemon, and hopefully extended as well to manage and monitoring the state of a Swarm cluster, for example, and even more by adding the clustering logic of our application sets and Docker services that have already been implemented in the last version of Docker. So it should be somewhat to do that. And I guess that this kind of approach could be useful for scenarios where mainly the containers are not so much ephemeral. I mean that they live for a few seconds at least, the time that I need to instruct the monitoring infrastructure that the container is there and is able to do something, which for the containerization of legacy or traditional applications and not so much cloud native applications, so to speak. So that's it. Have fun.